Hey guys, Gary from Midwest Mics here. Are you looking for a DJ for your next event? Well, call DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. He can DJ your wedding, a special event, a bar and club event. Whether your event's large or small, DJ Showtime is your guy. He'll play music of all genres, whatever you guys want to hear, that's what he'll play. He's been DJing since 2005, lots of experience. Again, that phone number is 816-260-2056 at DJ Showtime KC34 on Twitter, DJ Showtime 3481 on Snapchat. And remember, this is Gary from Midwest Mics. Tell him that I sent you. Contact DJ Showtime, 816-260-2056. All right, everybody, welcome into the show this week. I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And we are Midwest Mics coming back at you with another show, another week. We are kind of delayed a day. For those of you guys that don't know, Kansas City, we kind of got hit with some ice the last couple days, so we're recording this actually on Thursday night. We were supposed to do it on Wednesday night, get it up for you guys, but because of the ice and everything. So me and Austin are actually talking via video chat right now to record the show. So hopefully his audio comes through well and you guys enjoy the show.
Yeah, that's right. I'm happy to be here, happy to be calling in, happy we can get this done. It sucks that the weather's bad, but we want to come out with the shows, and we like talking about sports, so we're gonna get it done any way we can.
Yeah, so we don't want to leave our fans just in a lurch and searching other places for your sports content. So here we are. We're getting the show done, and once we get done recording, then we'll go ahead and get it uploaded and get it out for you guys. So hopefully you're enjoying it either this Thursday evening or Friday morning. So we'll go ahead and get into it. Last week we said that we were going to look back at some of our predictions for the NFL season and see how right or wrong we were. So we'll just kind of go through it here. We'll start with the AFC East quickly. We both picked the Pats. That was correct. The Patriots did win that division. It was an easy pick. I mean, we said it then. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, they're going to continue to win that division.
Right, yeah, and that's going to be like that for the next – Brady said he's playing for 3 more years. It'll probably be like that for the next 3 years. I do like Miami's head coach hire because they hired the defense coordinator. Patriots, I can't remember his name.
Brian.
Knows
yeah.
That there'll be nobody better to scheme against Brady right now in the league because he goes against him every day in practice and go against Belichick. And he actually seems really watching him and watching what he does and kind of seeing what goes on. It looks like Belichick has put a lot into him. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Every Belichick coach that's left has sucked.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna say none of them have done well, but maybe this one will be different. So moving on, AFC West. You chose the Chargers, which actually didn't end up being too far off. Yeah. The Chargers and Chiefs came down to the last couple weeks of the season. I chose Denver. I don't know what I was thinking there. Guess I thought Denver would be a lot better, but they obviously were not. Denver was terrible, and they were never really in the division race.
What did you say about Denver? Was it? Were you banking on defense?
Yeah, I thought their defense would be really good, and I thought Case Keenum would be good enough, but obviously that didn't happen.
I think their defense was. They played the Chiefs pretty tough. I think their defense was actually okay, though, right?
Yeah, I think the defense did end up doing okay, but so, you picked the Chargers, I picked Denver. Chiefs actually won the division, which was great. But moving on to the AFC North, we both chose Pittsburgh, which, looking back at the time, remember we did these way back in August before the season started. Picking Pittsburgh there was not a crazy choice, it was kind of the safe choice at the time. because we didn't think any
Right.
of those teams could compete to win that division, which, we know now Baltimore ended up making a change at quarterback and winning that division. But, I don't – anything you want to say there about those Pittsburgh picks? I mean –
it's probably the Pittsburgh Steelers are probably the biggest disappointment of the NFL this year.
yeah, I would agree with that.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Minnesota and Green Bay are right there. But Pittsburgh, with the talent they have, like, if you look at that roster, you can say they have a top 5 or maybe even top 10 quarterback, right? They have a Hall of Fame quarterback. Roethlisberger's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you got a top 3 wide receiver. You have a top 4 running back with Bell, but you couldn't. When we were talking about it, was Bell? What was going on with Le'Veon Bell at the time? Do you think he was going to play?
I thought that they would eventually get the deal done, yeah, and I thought he would show up. I thought he was just trying to do the old veteran thing and miss training camp and kind of hold out to get more money.
That's right.
But, I thought he would get in, and obviously they never got the deal done. And, it's going to be interesting to see where he ends up here in the next few months.
Pittsburgh messed that up. They should have just traded him before the year started. I don't know. I think if you can't get a deal done, you can't. And what was it? They tried to franchise him, and he wouldn't sign it. Is that right?
He wouldn't sign his franchise deal.
He signed it, or
no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't sign it.
yeah, he missed out on a bunch of money too.
He did.
He's the Le'Veon Bell's like the case study for you really if you're going to try to get paid as a running back, you need to make sure your team needs you really bad, because they plugged Connor in and it was all good.
Yeah, he did okay for him. I mean, I think they win a few more games if they have Le'Veon, but James Conner did plug in and do a pretty good job. So
they still should have been like a 10 or 11 win team.
Oh yeah, definitely. So moving on, AFC South, you chose the Jacksonville Jaguars, which again, looking back on it, is not a terrible pick. I chose the Houston Texans, who actually did go on to win that division. And so they're in the AFC. I picked 2 of the 4 division winners correctly. You picked 1 of the 4, but it was hard to miss on the Pats, for either of us. So,
yeah.
And then sticking with the AFC, we'll talk wild cards real quick. Your 2 wild cards, you had the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans, which both teams did get in the playoffs. You had just Chiefs and Chargers reversed there, basically.
Right.
And then, you had Houston that ended up winning their division, and then the Colts got that last playoff spot. I had the Chiefs getting a playoff spot. What's that?
You know what I kind of thought about? What I kind of thought about Houston was, in my head, Houston was going to do what Indy actually did, like kind of have a slow start, and then Watson was going to turn it up. Really, Houston played pretty good all year, and Indy's the team that started slow, and Luck turned it up.
Yeah, definitely. That is what happened with those teams. All right, so I had the Chiefs and Chargers there in the wild card games, which obviously the Chargers were one of those. The Colts ended up getting the other one. Neither of us picked the Colts to get in. I know for me, at the beginning of the year, there were too many questions around Andrew Luck's arm for me to pick them to get in the playoffs. And that's that was my thought process there on those games, or that team.
And, the thing about Andrew Luck is I think it just took some time for him to warm up and kind of bounce back. So, the concerns you had were correct. He just took a shorter amount of time to get back into rhythm and get it going. So, that division's going to be those 2 teams, that Houston and if Jacksonville can get a quarterback, Jacksonville will be right back in there too.
Yeah, and
their downfall is Bortles.
Yeah, and even you throw Tennessee back in there, I mean, they didn't play terrible last year.
No,
They won some
that's a
games.
good division.
Yeah, so that division will be tough next year. But we'll move on to the NFC. NFC East, you picked Philadelphia. I picked the Cowboys. So obviously Dallas won that division there. NFC West, we both picked the Rams. No shock. I mean, the Rams had done a lot of work in the offseason to get better. And, we went a lot into that. NFC North, we both picked Green Bay, which this was before the Khalil Mack trade. So, and we both just thought Aaron Rodgers was going to come back healthy, and Aaron Rodgers was going to do what he does, and that's throw touchdowns and win that division. Obviously, it didn't happen.
Right.
That would be another disappointing team to me this year is Green Bay.
Big time.
Yes.
Because you could make cases that Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league, right?
Absolutely.
Stuff like Aaron Rodgers. Overall, Aaron Rodgers is the best currently. I mean, you could have said that at the beginning, but now with Mahomes playing as well as he did, the conversation's either Mahomes gets thrown in there, but with only one year of work, it's probably still, hey, who's better right now? Is it Brady or is it Rodgers? And some people could say Mahomes, which is fine because he threw 50 touchdowns and he's the MVP. But anyways, Rodgers is elite.
Yeah.
So for them to not make the playoffs, it's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm with you on Mahomes. Yes, he won MVP this year, and he had a great year. But, I got to see him do that a couple more years in a row. Not necessarily throw 50 touchdowns, but play at a high level, have a very high touchdown margin to interception ratio, and just play well, make the throws, keep his team in games, and win games, more than just 1 year. And not to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes, because what he did is very special. And I hope that he does do that for the next 10 to 15 years here in Kansas City. So, NFC South, you went with Atlanta. I went with New Orleans. New Orleans ended up winning that division. I'm a big Breeze fan. I had Atlanta as one of my wild cards. Along with, I kind of went with the San Francisco 49ers, which if Garoppolo doesn't get hurt,
well, yeah,
who knows? But they're what?
Before Garoppolo gets hurt, they were playing the Chiefs pretty tough.
Mm-hmm. And then you went with Minnesota and the New York Football Giants. So overall, you picked 5 of the 12 playoff teams, and I picked 7 of the 12 playoff teams. So both of us, you were kind of just under 50%. I was just over 50%. So once again, we proved that I'm smarter than you.
That's not fair.
No. Because what?
I was drinking the Kirk Cousins Kool-Aid on the Minnesota pick.
You definitely were drinking the Kirk Cousins Kool-Aid.
Now you gotta call him Kirk Cousins. Whatever Skip Bayless calls him Kirk.
Yeah.
He turns into Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that kind of, was our picks at the beginning of the year. Like I said, we did those back in August when training camps were kind of opening up. So, anything else you want to hit on those picks, or anything else you were thinking when you made those before we move on?
No, just a rebuttal that Pittsburgh's the biggest disappointment, and I would say the biggest surprise for me was, I don't know about biggest surprise, but pleasant surprise is how well Mahomes played.
Oh, yeah. That was definitely a surprise, I think, to the whole league. I mean, for him to come in his first year starting, win the MVP award, and throw for 50 touchdowns, something only Peyton Manning and Tom Brady have done in their career, that was amazing.
Right.
So, yeah. So we'll move on. Let's talk a little Big 12 basketball. Let's talk a little Super Bowl before we move into the Big 12 basketball. New England
Yeah,
did.
we can keep it